You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
obviously that's a stressful situation and you're going to be shocked and traumatized, right? But what ends up happening is all these little stressors are essentially traumatizing us, little mini traumas, and we manage it pretty well. And we're like, oh yeah, file it away. Oh yeah, file it away. Oh yeah, file it away. And the way we know it's accumulated to the point where it's no longer manageable is because the symptoms start popping up.
Yes, I love that. And when I was reading it up on, getting ready for our talk today, I'm like chronic stress, the word chronic, it's long term. It's not like you said, it's not like an instant trauma, like I get hit by a car, I
Yeah.
shattered my pelvis, now we have a stress to the body. It's the little tiny micro tears, if you will, that eventually rupture a tendon. Then I
Yeah.
use it metaphorically, right? It's the saying yes to too many things, denying what you know inside when your inside is screaming, say no to that. I can't handle one more thing. And then before you know it, you say yes. And now you're committed to the PTA bake sale when you barely can make enough food to feed your own body because you're exhausted. It's those little things that build up and build up and build up like toxins within our body. Is that accurate?
Yeah, absolutely. And the factor that tends to be missed when you're not in the world that I live in,
Mm-hmm.
or you haven't already been um, indoctrinated essentially because you've got some crazy mysterious symptoms or some crazy disease diagnosis. Those people tend to have been forced to educate themselves,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
But if you're not already in that world, then you don't understand how toxic things like um, living with EMFs in your environment nonstop,
What's an
being on the
EMF?
blue electromagnetic frequencies. So, the electromagnetic frequencies that are emitted from our phones and our wireless
Oh,
devices. And, you know, people who don't understand this poo-poo it, but like the new iPhone was banned in France because it emits too much radiation. And now you see all these deals on the new iPhone because they didn't sell as many of them as they thought they were going to because it got banned in Europe. And so,
great.
we take some things for exactly. We take some things for granted. I use um some shields to help like mitigate the radiation from these devices. And our world is a connected world. Like we're not gonna disconnect. I'm not suggesting we disconnect. I'm just suggesting that we understand that toxicity really is hitting us from so many directions,
Hmm.
and that when we think like I could manage this stuff before, why can't I manage it anymore? Well,
Mm.
maybe you're not managing it now, and it's not just because of like the reduced amount of energy you have due to aging. Maybe it's that they installed a new smart meter on your house and now you're not sleeping soundly, and now you're never being able to do the repair and maintenance work that your body needs to do overnight. Like there are just so many ways this shows up. It shows up in toxic chemicals. That's another thing that um so many people have eliminated gluten. And honestly, other than making bread really yummy, gluten really has no nutritional value, right?
Hmm.
But it isn't as much the gluten as it is the chemicals that they spray on the grains to get them through our food chain.